what difference would it make to your restaurant if I could show you a simple system that will 1. Attract new customers to your restaurant, 2. Tempt your existing customers to both spend more money and visit you more frequently, and 3. Reduce your existing marketing and advertising costs. Well, I'm Chris Toland, and in these videos I'm going to show you how you can achieve all 3 of these. What's more, I'm going to show you how you can either set up the system for yourself for free, or how I can set it up for you at a very low cost and include a few of my special tweaks too. So firstly, let's have a look at the system and why it works so well. The basis of the restaurant marketing system is that we're going to rapidly build an email list of people local to you that are interested in your restaurant. This email list then becomes a real asset to your business month after month, year after year, because you can send them offers, details of special events, vouchers, etc., etc., to tempt them to visit you again and again. Some restaurants have built email lists in excess of 500 people within just 48 hours of using the restaurant marketing solution. What difference would that make to your restaurant? The heart of the restaurant marketing solution is a competition that is set up just for you, where you offer a prize, usually of a meal for 2 people. The better you can make the prize, the more people will want to enter. Now, I know any restaurant could easily go and create a competition, create a flyer that you give out to people and ask them to enter, but doing it this way has some definite advantages that I will show you now. Effectively, this page here would just have details of your restaurant, your logo at the top, a photo on the right hand side that would be relevant to either your restaurant or to the competition or the prize for the competition. Down here we'd have all the details of the competition, what they would need to do to enter, and effectively to enter, all somebody would need to do when they saw this online is fill in their first name here, their email address here, and press the enter contest button. That is all they need to do. The details at the bottom here are when the competition ends. And if you have any particular conditions for entering the competition, then they are put down the right hand side here. So let's now have a look at the page that people would see when they've entered the competition, and this is where the magic actually happens. Now, as you see, some of it looks very familiar. It would still be your logo at the top. It would still be the same relevant image down the right hand side. But here's where it gets interesting. It says at the top, so far you've earned 1 entry. And it says, do you want more? Get your friends to enter and get 5 more chances to win. What happens is the software encourages them to go out and tell their friends about the competition, and it makes it very, very easy for them to do that. There are several options. Firstly, here there is a link. If they copy that link, if I can show you, at the very end of it there is a code. This code is relevant to this one person only, and if they, for example, emailed that to somebody, if somebody else entered the competition using this link, this person will get another 5 entries. So they get 5 entries for every person that enters through their link. So this number here would go up to 6. They've got other options. They could press the share button. If they're logged into Facebook, that will automatically open up a box that will let them share it on Facebook. Again, it would add in the little bit of code, so they would get the extra entries. They can press the tweet button and that would share it on Twitter. They can press the LinkedIn button and that would share it on LinkedIn. So again, it's using their link. It gives them more entries each time somebody has entered. So effectively, they've got more chance of winning by telling other people about the competition and about the prize draw. And if they come back to this page at any point, this number here, if they've got more entries, will have increased, so they can see how many entries they've earned. So that's the second part of this page. They come here, as soon as they've entered, the second part is they tell some people about it. The third part is we ask them to keep in touch to see if they win. If you as a restaurant have a Twitter account, that would be entered here. So just by pressing this one button, they would become a follower of you on Twitter. Also, if you've got a Facebook page for your restaurant, it would say like us on Facebook. They would click this button here, and that would then like your page on Facebook. So let's just have a look at what's happened with one simple competition. You would need to give away a prize. So maybe this could be a meal worth 25, 30, 40, 50 pounds retail price to you. But of course, the better you can make the prize, the more people will want to enter. We've had some excellent prizes in the testing of this system and since the system has been active, and we've been having up to 500 people entering the competition within just 48 hours of launching it, simply because some people initially have entered. I will show you how to get those initial people entering, but then they've gone out and shared it, and that has just been blasted all over Facebook, blasted all over Twitter, and lots of people have entered. Everybody likes something for free, and so they've all entered the competition. Those have been added to the list of that restaurant. So let's have a look. What's happened is one person has found the competition. They've filled in the box at the bottom with their name and email address. They've come to this page. So they've gone onto your email list. You've now got a method of always contacting those people because they're on your list. They've then come here, seen they've got a chance of getting more entries. So they've shared it on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn. They've used the URL and emailed it to their friends. Whichever of those they use, it's more people that are being told about your restaurant and about your prize draw. They've then also followed you on Twitter. They've liked your page on Facebook. And so you've got more ways of getting in touch with them. All that has happened just because they've entered your prize draw. Over the duration of the prize draw, the system ensures that lots of people will enter your competition, lots of people will share it, and all of those people are added to your email marketing list. Now, when the prize draw finishes, when we eventually get to the competition end, obviously this is a fake end date here just so that I can actually show you the system, and I'll give you a chance to actually test this system very shortly as well. But when it reaches this date, the system will actually pick a winner, and you will get a chance to email them and say congratulations, you've won your prize. But by that stage, you've built up a large list, so whether it be 100, 200, 500, 1,000 people that have entered the competition over that period of time, and they are now an asset that you can contact on an ongoing basis. You could send an email to them once a month with special offers, but straight away the next part of the system then kicks in, because what happens with the next part of the restaurant marketing solution is as soon as the prize draw is over, to everybody who has joined the email list, we send an email. This email says that the prize draw has now ended, and it names the winner, and it says there will be more prize draws coming up soon, and you will let them know when there is one of those. However, in the meantime, you've got a very special offer for everyone who entered the prize draw. And that then gives a link which comes to a page that is very similar to this. Again, it would have your own logo or your branding at the top, and you'll notice that this page looks very similar to some of the daily deal sites that you no doubt will have seen, maybe even tried yourself. Of course, daily deal sites are great for the end user. They're great for the person that wants to go out to a restaurant because they are getting great value for money. They're getting an expensive meal at a cheaper price. For a restaurant, however, they're not necessarily such good value. What often happens is if you're offering a meal that is a value of £30 and you might be offering that for, say, £15. So the end user is saving 50% and they're saving £15. However, the daily deal companies then take a chunk of the £15 that the restaurant is being paid. They very often will take 50%, 60%, even up to 100% of that money is being taken by the daily deal companies. So even if it was on the lower end and say 50%, for a meal that's worth £30, the customer pays £15, you as a restaurant are going to get £7.50. That can obviously make it quite difficult for you to make that pay, for you to make that profitable. With this system, this is a daily deal, or it is a deal that only lasts for a certain number of days. Again, I've made this quite a lot of days here just because it's an example page. But yours normally would probably last for 5 days or a week. And this would only be shown to the people that have entered your competition. So this could be going out to, say, 500 people. It's a deal that you have decided on, exactly what you're going to offer, exactly what the price is. But you get all of the money from this deal. There is none given to a daily deal site because you're running it. It is your system. And so, for example, here, if this is a meal worth £40, the customer is paying £20, they're getting a 50% discount, but you are getting this £20. There is none of that being paid to anybody else. There might be small charges just for the... this works through a company called PayPal, and you might be paying a slight little bit in charges to PayPal, but all of the rest of that money is coming to you. We're not paying fees to anybody. So if we look at the overall system again, you've had somebody entered your competition, they've gone onto your email list. They have then promoted this to all of their friends through Facebook or wherever it may be. That has built up a database. That mailing list has built up over the course of a number of weeks or maybe even up to a month. When the prize draw is over, one person wins the prize. But you've got a good list. An email is sent to that whole list offering them a special offer. They come to this page and all they would do is simply press this button and they can pay for it there and then with their credit card. That then prints them out a voucher. All the vouchers are unique. They would simply, once they've paid for it, then bring the voucher to you and claim the meal that you've offered them. And they would have all the details on that voucher. The page itself here, just to show you further down, this would have all the details that you want to add about the offer. It would also have the buttons where they can press just to go to PayPal and pay. It would have details of your restaurant. It would have a map of your restaurant here. At the bottom, it would have contact details for you, any terms and conditions of the offer, a link to your website. It would have your phone number. It would have your address. And again, your logo here. So all the details would be there for them. We've just sent them an email. It would have very few days left on here, and so that scarcity would tempt people into buying. So that's money that comes to you straight away in your pocket. So there you have the components that make the restaurant marketing solution. The system works so well because people are given a real reason to tell their friends, who then enter the draw themselves and then tell their friends, and so on. It's not uncommon for a single prize draw to have over 1,000 people enter. That's 1,000 people on your email list that you can contact in the months and years to come, and that will see your daily deal that they can purchase. Let's finish this video by looking at the promises I made at the start of the video and see how the restaurant marketing solution has fared. Number 1. Attract new customers to your restaurant. We've achieved this because the prize draw has reached hundreds of new people who are now on your list and have the chance to purchase your daily deal and see all of your future newsletters and offers. Number 2. Tempt your existing customers to spend more money and visit you more frequently. We've achieved this because we've asked our existing customers to enter the prize draw too. They are then tempted to return more often because of the daily deal and other specials that they receive in our newsletter. And finally, number 3, reduce your existing marketing and advertising costs. We've achieved this because as the size of your list rapidly grows, and you can contact hundreds or thousands of interested local diners at the push of a button, you'll be able to cut back on other forms of advertising and so dramatically reduce your costs. I'm sure you can see now how valuable the restaurant marketing solution can be for your restaurant. So please now take a look at the information underneath this video to see how you can get your very own restaurant marketing solution.